Yes, and as we come on the air tonight, America has just crossed another threshold in the deadly coronavirus pandemic. There are now more than 1 million confirmed cases of the virus here in the U.S., though new research suggests the actual number of infections could be significantly higher. The death toll nationwide is now more than 58,000. But the nation's top infectious disease expert is warning those numbers could grow significantly if the country pushes to reopen too quickly. Still, many states are moving forward with lifting restrictions, with California's governor saying today that schools there could start up again in July to catch students up ahead of the new school year. Meantime, tonight, the president says he'll use the Defense Production Act to force meat processing plants to stay open after concerns that the country's food supply could be in jeopardy after sick workers forced many plants to shut down. Well, there's a lot of news to get to tonight, and our team has it all covered. We're going to begin with Mola Lenghi, who leads us off tonight in New York City. Mola?
Well, Nora, some governors aim to bring some life back into their stagnant economies. Some new projections suggest that might be a risky bet, potentially costing those states thousands of lives. Still, some New Yorkers gathered today to share a moment for those trying to save lives.
Restless New Yorkers, faces covered, eyes on the sky, crowded together, some skirting social distancing guidelines to catch a glimpse of Blue Angels and Thunderbirds, honoring frontline healthcare workers who have helped slow the spread of COVID-19 cases. And yet, they continue to climb. More than 3 months after the nation's first case was reported, the number of infected in the U.S. has now topped 1 million. New York is still seeing roughly 1,000 hospitalizations a day, while the 335 who died Monday marks the state's lowest daily death toll this month. Today, Governor Andrew Cuomo put the number into perspective.
It's 335 families. You see, this number is basically reducing, but not at a tremendous rate. And the only thing tremendous is the number of New Yorkers who still pass away.
The elderly are the hardest hit, including nearly 70 veterans who have died at this Massachusetts Soldiers' Home, outpacing nursing homes in New York and New Jersey. Here, the painful difficulty of keeping a safe distance while saying goodbye, as this priest in New Jersey had to give a parishioner last rites through a window. In California, the Los Angeles area continues to see an uptick in cases. Deaths have now increased more than 50% in the last week as 17 more states prepare to loosen restrictions on business. New projections highlight the potential high cost. The University of Washington upped its estimated death toll from roughly 66,000 by August to more than 74,000, citing fewer people practicing social distancing. Today, the NIH's Dr. Anthony Fauci warned against rushing to reopen.
It could be much more than that. It could be a rebound to get us right back in the same boat that we were in a few weeks ago.
But anti-stay-at-home demonstrations continue, this one in Raleigh, North Carolina. Meanwhile, companies still operating are trying to adjust to the new abnormal. JetBlue announced starting Monday, all passengers must wear masks, which wasn't the case for this one American Airlines flight last Saturday. Overall, low demand has parked most flights, as seen here, rows of commercial planes on the ground instead of in the sky.
Well, and a hopeful sign of improvement here in New York City, 2 field hospitals, the Javits Convention Center here and the naval medical ship Comfort docked nearby, will both be ending their missions later this week. An indication that the crisis seems to be a bit more manageable here, though certainly not over with, Nora.
A sliver of good news. Thank you, Mola.